What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mohawk Motors. My name is Jason. So, thank you so much to everybody who commented on the video about the Teen Dream Camaro. And much to my joy, almost everybody said the same thing of what I actually really wanted to do and what I was leaning toward. I think I just needed a push, but race car. So many of you said race car. And the next evening after I posted that video, I found out that the closest racetrack to me, 75 and 80 Dragway in Monrovia, Maryland, is being reopened later next month in July, which was really the last little push I needed to decide, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's build a race car. So I got on Summit and I ordered up some parts, some pieces, and some stuff that I think will help us get this thing ready to go, and we can go have some fun with it. So let's get this box opened up. I really like getting stuff from Summit when their price is the best. Got some parts in here. Let me show you what I got. First thing, yeah, this little guy right here. We have a mini spool. Now, this was a base model car, so it has the little 10-bolt axle in it, 28 splines, nothing special. And as long as I'm on a street tire, I think it'll hold up. Now, this one has an open differential in it. Trying to drag race or go fast with an open rear differential, in my opinion, is kind of an exercise in futility if you're making any kind of power. So we're gonna throw a mini spool in there. A very cost-effective solution to get both tires spinning all the time. If it's gonna be a race car, it really doesn't matter about street drivability because we're probably not gonna do much street driving, if any. We got an AC Delco 3-bar map sensor. We've got a Holley LS1 to LS3 map sensor adapter. And then the part that I'm most excited about, in this white box right here. The Holley Terminator X-Max. Now, this is the 550932 kit. It's for a 24X crank ring, EV6 style injectors. And this one will do drive-by-wire. The reason I chose all this stuff is so hopefully, or I chose this specific kit, is because it will use most of what I already have. I already have EV6 style injectors. I already have the car set up for drive-by-wire, and it's a 24X ring on the crankshaft. So, for the most part, I should be able to plug most of this stuff in, and it'll work. So it comes with the wire harness. Oh, I believe this is my, I'm not sure, more wiring, my injector wiring, the oxygen sensor, the oxygen sensor connector. I have to read what this is for. Some little wire connectors. The 7-inch touchscreen display. And then, most importantly, the ECU. Now in my research I did find, and a lot of you probably already know this, the Terminator systems, a lot of them, most of them that I saw, have a 1-bar map sensor built into the ECU itself. this little line right here. So you plumb that to your intake manifold. Well, I don't think we're gonna get to forced induction this year. I want to try to get this together so I can take it to 75 and 80 as soon as they open. But I have all the parts now, so when I'm ready to go forced induction, I already have everything else to support that. All I have to do is get my turbo kit built and size up my injectors. So, PCM, all the wiring, little touch screen. At some point maybe I'll upgrade to one of the larger screens, but we'll see. Obviously comes with the instructions. The most important part, the sticker. Guys, nothing matters except the sticker. That's really what counts. So I'm pumped. I'm gonna get this stuff put on here as soon as possible. I know I need to start by getting the old harness and ECM out of it. And then I'll read the instructions and start getting all of this new stuff put on. I'm pumped, team. I've wanted to mess with one of these kits for quite a while now. I've seen a lot of people saying that they seem to be on like intergalactic back order. I ordered this from Summit that got here the next day. So maybe it just depends on which kit you want to get. There are a ton of Holley Terminator variations, different kits. The X-Max is the larger, more capable computer, so maybe not as many people are getting that. But this should be what we need to get everything connected up and get this thing ready to rock. Of the engine, and over here where it goes into the passenger compartment, all disconnected. So I need to lift it up, get the crank position sensor unplugged, get the starter exciter wire taken off the starter. And then I think that's all I have left down there, and I should be able to get the old harness out. All right, everybody. Well, I've got the old harness out and the intake manifold pulled off. I pulled the intake manifold because it's going to make it easier for me to get the grounds hooked back up. The Terminator kit has some grounds that need to go to the cylinder heads, and I want to put them at the back of the cylinder head. So having the intake manifold off is going to make it easier for me to access those. But as you can see, everything out of the way, old wire harness out of the way, intake manifold off. I got the PCM out of the way from over here. I am going to steal the starter exciter wire out of the old harness. It's just a wire with a connector on each end. I still want to start the car using the key, so I need that wire. But I think that's all I'm going to need out of that harness. I think everything else I need is in the Terminator harness. All right, everybody, it's a couple days later. I have time again. I think the next thing I need to do is get the main harness and the injector harness unwrapped out of the box, laid out on the engine, and start getting things situated and connected. All right, everybody, I've got the easy stuff done. I've got all of the things that just plugged in. So most of the sensors, you probably notice here, I switched back to a drive-by cable throttle body. I read through the instructions and I don't have the correct throttle body or throttle pedal position sensor that works with the Terminator ECU. There's only 2 throttle bodies that will work with it, 2 GM throttle bodies that will work with it, and 1 GM throttle pedal position sensor that works with it. I don't have either one, and the throttle pedal position sensor, I mean, you guys remember from before all the work it took for me to fabricable a throttle pedal position sensor into this car, and the sensor that works with the Holley system wasn't going to be able to be fabricable into that position. So it's a lot easier for me to just convert this car to drive-by cable. The mounting points for the pedal and the hole for the cable to come through are already in the car. And I have that gray Camaro still sitting outside with a drive-by cable accelerator pedal in it. So I think I'm going to just steal that, I'm just going to steal that pedal and throttle cable out of that car to use in this car. So next thing I need to do is, well, first I had to order some parts. I ordered an air temperature sensor. I ordered some vacuum tubing. If you're not in a naturally aspirated or nitrous application, the instructions say you have to use the onboard map sensor. So I ordered some vacuum tubing for that. What else did I order? Oh, and a fuel pressure sensor. The wiring is there. I have the ports in my fuel pressure regulator. I figured I might as well have that going too. Not to mention that'll be important to have when I'm tuning this thing. So next step is I have to start getting the loose wires connected. So I've got these 3 wires here. The black is a ground, red with white stripes is an ignition power, and then somewhere around here, over here, there's a solid red that needs to go to a battery power. There's also a green, this is a 12-volt power feed for a fuel pump. And then this light blue with the white tracer, I can't remember what that's for. So I'm going to have to look that up too. All right, everybody. Well, I've been out here in the garage pretty much all afternoon. And I think I have this thing wired up. Now, I haven't done anything permanent. I haven't done any soldering. It's all just mock-up wired. So I think I should be able to turn it on, go through the initial setup, and then hopefully start it. I learned my lesson last time on the harness on this thing. Do a full functionality check, before I start trying to make things look pretty. So, I think I'm at the point of functionality check. I'm gonna set you up on the tripod and then go through the setup wizard. Okay, I think everything's ready. I forgot to mention, I stole the intake air temperature sensor out of the 60 CUCV. I have another one coming, but I was moving right along and I want to try to get it started tonight. And then I temporarily hooked up off of one of the existing vacuum lines to the ECU for that manifold pressure sensor. So let's flick the key. It should power up, and then we should be able to go through the setup wizard. All right. Handheld is on. We got mostly green lights. I got one red. I have to see what that's about.
Moments later.
Well, team, I think we're ready to try and see if this thing will start. Let's see what it does. Oh, the battery's dead. Of course. Of course the battery's dead. Well, I guess I'll let the battery charge and I'll try to start it tomorrow. Son of a gun. Oh well. Try it tomorrow.